Love today.
Absolutely not.
I wouldn't mind that movie. I love Diaper Mad Black Woman.
I
mean,
I feel like I can't. I'm.
You're like,
disagreeing.
yeah,
Is
it's
it
the
too bright?
Should we turn off the light over there?
No, she's sitting right here. She can sit right here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I got it. Have you started?
All right. Okay.
Wait, we recording?
Yes.
Oh,
It's been, yeah, I got all of y'all. Hey guys, it's me and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello, my name is Jerica and thank you so much for clicking on this video. And by today's title, you can tell we will be talking about why women, I guess, don't get along, dislike each other, hate each other, if you will. Okay, so this is my friend Blair. Blair, Christina. We have Quinetta, Q right here. And then you have my beautiful sister.
You already know who I am.
Jessica. Okay, so introductions have been made. So ladies, why do you feel like sometimes women cannot get along with each other?
Because society has put us against each other. This is not Game of Thrones, guys. Okay? Okay? It's society who has started it all. But honestly, they first make us think we need to fight for men, which that's a whole other topic that you should probably do.
Yeah.
I blame society.
I think that it's more generalized. Sometimes I think that we compare, with men and women or just people in general and to ourselves. And I think that we identify with women because we're women, and so we tend to compare, ourselves with other women. And I think that it comes naturally. I think that we want to have what people have sometimes, want to be more, and we see people being, kind of better in different aspects of their life compared to us. So I think it just comes naturally sometimes to do that. I don't know. I'm not saying it's right, but I think that it's...
No, I get where you're coming from with that.
So you think we're naturally catty?
I think that we're naturally inclined to kind of, compare.
I think most of it is because of assumption. We kind of make assumptions of someone else. Like if we don't know them that well, let's just say I know with me, sometimes people think I'm snobby, but I haven't said a word to you
really?
or anything.
I actually had that same kind of assumption, yes.
Yeah, so it's
it's the resting face.
I mean, am I supposed to smile?
My sisters have this mean mug type of thing where they, they don't mean to, but people don't approach them. People don't think that they can approach them.
Sometimes you don't want them to approach you, so I say this.
This is true.
I mean, sometimes the mug face is intentional because sometimes I just don't want to talk to people or whatever. But
So the question is why women don't like each other off bat, from jump, first interaction.
Yeah,
because women aren't friendly. Women aren't, because if you try to be friendly sometimes with women, it's they look at you why are you trying to be friendly? 'Cause I'm friendly.
I'm friendly.
Oh yeah. We can be friendly. But when I try to be friendly with other people, they're why is she so friendly? Why? So now I'm just okay, I don't want to be friendly then.
Right.
Which caused me not to like you because I was trying to be friendly with you, and then all of a sudden
people think that I'm being fake when I'm being friendly. Literally. Just that I've had that said to me that you're being fake. You seem fake because I'm so nice. I don't get that.
See, I feel like they may be projecting their own self on you. Oh, you're fake. Well, maybe sometimes they're fake.
Right.
Or they're only friendly when they want to be fake. I see that.
What about you, Jess? What was the question?
What was the question?
Why do women not get along?
Yeah. Why women don't get along?
Why do you feel you can do it based off your own have any of you had an experience to where a female or a coworker of yours did not like you.
Yes.
All high school, what?
So
what?
So you're saying all high school, and then you're saying this is at work?
Oh, mine was at work.
Mm.
So I worked in an office, and I was the student intern.
Mm.
So it was well known that I went to SMU.
Mm.
So SMU was like $75,000 a year.
So
So they're assuming that I'm this rich snobby kid. But then when I threw out that I had like 2 jobs to get through there, then my whole relationship with this one individual changed completely. Like she was more open.
Mm.
She was more like willing to converse and share stuff about herself.
Hmm.
So,
That's
But that might not have been because you're a woman. That could have been because you went to SMU.
well, she was a woman.
she said, I'm just going based on
She's a woman.
the woman interact.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it could have been that though.
Well, mine was all high school. That was a long time ago or whatever. But I still remember the scars are still there. So, no, like for real.
Are they still friends?
Because what happened was a lot of the girls who didn't like me in high school, somehow we all became cool in college because almost everyone from my high school decided to go to UT for some reason. Or they still kept in check. So I never understood. But when I was like, oh, why you didn't like me? No one gave me everything. They were like, we just didn't like you.
Wow.
What?
So it was a social thing. Like our group is not.
Yeah, you're cool. And then
because that's what we decided we was finna do.
And you know what's funny? Because in college, I call them the clique because it was all girls.
Yeah.
They didn't like me neither.
So okay, I have a different take then. Okay, could it be sometimes that people's personalities? Because I love your personality, but for certain people's personalities, some people could be maybe too much or not enough. Like
I can get this. I'm an acquired taste.
So my thing is, and she already knows, we already had this kind of talk, is that certain people can't really accept somebody that's very outgoing or very just out there, just kind of really comfortable in their skin, and they feel, I think, sometimes threatened by that. I think for maybe women, sometimes we can feel threatened by somebody that's not like how we want to be.
I get what you're saying,
little bit?
and I do have a type of person that I like to be around. So once I see someone that I know I'm not going to get along with or whatever, I don't try to distance myself from that person. It's more like I'm not as open with them. But I think what I'm trying to get at is like, yeah, people have their own like personal preferences of what they want in a friendship or in a person and their qualities. But it's like once you're faced with that person that you don't like, some people will just be straight up rude to them just because they don't like how they are. And my thing is, why act that way to that person just because they're not like your personal preference? Like, why act mean? That's my thing. Like, it's okay if you don't like me.
Yeah, that's true.
So why why be mean to me? Why try and sabotage me?
That's true.
Like, why do all that? Malicious.
I do think it is petty.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Some people do it because, it's like Mean Girls. Like, it's literally a Mean Girls scenario, which I feel like Mean Girls very much so depicted what it's like.
Because I feel like it's a lot of times like we don't like you rather than I don't like you.
Because from what I know, I've had a clique not like me. One person's like somehow maybe in class or some situation, one person from that clique was forced to like work with me like on a project or something of that nature. We're in the same like organization in college. They were forced to work with me. And that person was like, I really don't know why I don't like you, because you seem fine. But then the moment they're back in their clique, it's like, oh, I don't like you. But you was just hanging out with me in class yesterday.
That is, like, pretty normal once you, like, especially in high school, like, once you have all the cliques and stuff, especially
grown
like
women be doing this.
Work, because
Please,
I don't think anyone ever outgrows it. Like, people have their cliques, and it is what it is. It's like we were groomed to understand cliques and how to operate in them. But it's like, you can also be an individual.
Yeah.
And I think people have an issue when people want to be individuals.
So, I think, because I had heard a couple of people in my class talk about this, and they're like, women tend to form cliques more than men do. So, do y'all believe that?
Yes.
No. Tell me why.
Well, okay, yeah, we got a yes and a no. So let's,
Where do you want to start? The no or the yes?
The no.
Okay. I personally don't believe. I feel like dudes have their own cliques because, like, okay, think about it. The football team sticks together. The track team sticks together. The soccer team sticks together. That's their own little clique. Even though people see it as a sports team, at the end of the day, high school is like a perfect example. You go to the high school, you know who sits. Basketball players, football players, and then there might be, like, if you're on both teams, there might be like a mixture. But either way, those guys sit there. Okay, but the people who are on the debate team and the chess club, they not sitting with them. The people who are on the swim team, they be even though they're an athletic group, they be on their own side. Like, people see that because they're like, oh, it's it's what we do. It's it's sports. It's camaraderie or whatever they say. That's a clique because if, at the end of the day, that person is not mixing with that person. The person playing chess ain't hanging out with the star football player. It's a clique.
True story.
Okay.
Which is your option.
So for the guests.
So, I mean, a classic case is like fraternities and sororities. These are cliques.
Yes. Yes.
So,
I think guys' cliques. I feel like guys' cliques are actually more acceptable.
They are.
Than girls' cliques.
Yeah.
Because guys are willing to like welcome new people into the
Yes.
It's
yes.
easier to do.
Guys,
So why is it that women aren't as welcoming as men are?
competition.
Do people do women feel like their territory is challenged? Because like once you're in your group, you're like, oh, I'm this one. For example, like I'm Scary Spice. I'm freaking Baby Spice.
Yeah.
And like if another Baby Spice comes at you, you like,
you can't be Baby Spice because I'm already Baby Spice.
Right.
That makes sense.
Right.
No, because in guy cliques,
That makes sense.
there's usually I'm the jock, I'm the leader.
Yeah.
And then we the jock friends.
Right.
You can have plenty of friends. There's always one leader in the guys' clique. But in the girls' clique, yeah, there's a leader, but like what she said, there's also this person and this person. Like, I'm the one who's good at makeup. I'm the fat friend. I'm this friend. I'm the skinny friend. I'm the rich friend. Like, I'm the poor one that everyone's still cool with even though they know I'm poor. Like, no. Seriously, you never seen that where it's like a bunch of rich girls? No. Where it's a bunch of rich girls, but then there's like a one who's not rich, but she can hold her own. Look, I can point out in yearbooks, like, this girl hung out with these people, they was all rich, she was the poor one, but they all accepted her because she knew how to dress or something. She was fashionable. She was fashionable with the thrifting, you know?
I actually think you have, like, once we had first moved into our townhomes, there were these two girls that you knew, and in the elementary school, because this was around the time when I was in second grade and she was in fifth grade, they were known as the popular kids, and they took to you, like, pretty well, so they were accepting.
We just moved in, and I guess since they're black people, like, I'm black too, but they're like, a black person, like, oh, okay, well, they want to know my business, they want to know, oh, where you come from, like, stuff like that. And then when I'm like,
a question. Were you in a predominantly, like, white neighborhood?
No.
I had moved from a white neighborhood to kind of
so you were a new black person.
Yeah.
Okay.
I won't give out y'all's location because this is YouTube.
Yeah. Trying to keep that on the low.
They welcomed me in, and whenever I went to the elementary school with them, they introduced me to everybody, and then they kind of like accepted me for the first 2 days. After that, I was kind of like on my own in the school, so I just feel like they just want to know, they just want to get into your business and know who you are, and then once they got all their information, they're like, okay, they're good. Just toss you to the side. Okay, let's continue to stay with this little clique because we know who she is, and then they tell all their other friends and stuff like that.
And I feel like it's at a young age, the whole acceptance thing, especially with girls, is kind of hard because I know I was at this one school for the longest time, ever since pre-K, let me say, ever since kindergarten to up to second grade, and then I opened my mouth and we had to get transferred to a new school. And
somebody else's address.
Yeah. And then it was hard because everyone had already had their own groups. So it was like me coming in as a new kid, and it was pretty like early in the year. But I kind of found it like really hard to like make friends and try to fit in and stuff. And once I would try to be a part of someone's group, I would kind of be like pushed off to the side and be like, just by myself. And that's why I feel like the first, like, second grade was, like, really, really hard for me. And, yeah, it was, like...
Dang, these memories last.
Yeah.
Now I know why the two girls were so welcoming to me because, you know, we have an older brother and he was part of the clique, his own little clique. The clique was kind of like, I wouldn't say thug, but they're like the tough.
Wannabe thugs.
You know, tough. No, they did some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I invited them over to our house, I noticed that they always would ask about our
Did
brother.
she have a crush on him too?
Yes, I found out she had a crush on him. She would try to talk to him, so she was
I'll
like,
get through the sister to get to the brother.
Yeah.
Oldest trick in the
type of-
good. Give me a reason to be around. You feel me? She's smart. She's smart. Whoever you are. That's pretty
That's
smart.
the reason why she would. Because I was like the quiet, nice girl. You know, I was trying to make friends. You know, being new to the neighborhood, and they were just using me. You know, I don't know why. Why do girls use each other? Why can't you just
to get what they want? Be that the boy, maybe like a job opportunity, like anything. Like I feel like it's mostly with dudes. So.
But do we?
But
do
well,
I've never
not.
experienced
I mean, I don't. So I just.
I feel like I feel back to society.
I'm sorry.
I feel like society makes us view each other as like competition, as like, okay, she is only here to get something from you. But I like in a holistic aspect, I don't think women use each other. I feel like like when we really get down, I do feel like women can be very uplifting towards each other, especially like in the times that we are in now.
It circles around the common goals that we have, or common, you know, that whole sense of womanhood. We gotta stick together.
Because I feel like before people would put it in their mind that you have to be against each other, but I really do feel like we're slowly transitioning out of that mindset to be more of a inclusive type. But I feel like it's like as you mature towards that way. You start off as a clique and then you mature to be more inclusive.
What would be a turn off for you? Don't turn off on me. For you, about that woman that would make you say, I'm probably not gonna like you.
Is it a workplace or like does it matter?
I mean, it can be workplace.
Okay, well, for people that are, and this is no offense because we friends, you know, but people that are very kind of just out there with the profanity usage and stuff like that or whatever.
I have a pun now, guys, but I try not to.
I feel like everybody's that way.
But this is my thing. Like if you're out there with certain things that I'm not just okay with or whatever, like you're being yourself. I get it, you know. What have you, use profanity, cool, that's fine. But that doesn't vibe well with me. So, you know, it's kind of one of those things, it's my vibe, and if whatever you're doing and how you're coming off is affecting my vibe, which a use of profanity, a lot of it, you know, or you just seem like that type is just like, you know? Like, I don't know how to describe it.
Like what, Q?
But I don't know how to describe it. It's just, you know, it's like this, like, you know, do you have to do that? You have to be that way? No, but anyways, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just kind of, that's one of the things. Like, if they were, you know, kind of just all out there with profanity, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to hang out with them or talk to them that much.
Okay.
We won't be able to hold a conversation.
Yeah.
I'll be irritated.
Like if you cussing in each sentence.
I'll be irritated. You know, but that's just, you know.
You can do it in sign language, though.
I can't. Okay.
Like, I'm going to put it in the workplace because of my workplace. So, like, you know how, like, women, they gossip, right?
Yeah.
But it's the person who is the biggest gossip who's not working. Like, okay, you know some people can gossip, but they're working. But, like, if you're taking time out your day to, like, go to everybody, trying to find everybody's business, like you work for the news, but you're waiting for a report to come in, and you're like, ma'am, like, this report was due, where's the email? But you're in my office telling me about so-and-so, and you want to hear the gist about my life. I'm not going to tell you, because you're going to go tell whoever down the other cubicle. Like, that irritates me, because it's like, okay. So, first of all, I'm trying to work. First of all, I'm I'm like dibble and dabble in the latest, gossip. Oh, for real, but when it's like, okay, I'm working, and you just like steadily like in my space telling me about everybody and their mother's business, I'm like, dude, leave. Like, yeah, like leave. Like, first of all, I don't want you. I really don't care because I'm actually trying to work. Like, I get, let me work for my paycheck a little few times. So I want to work. Two, like sometimes you're still here. Mm-hmm. Like you're still here, and then you're talking about nothing. Like this don't feed me. This don't grow me. This don't bring me no money. Like why are we talking about this? Mm-hmm. And then you want to be all buddy with me, so you'll come up with my business. No,
bad energy.
It's bad energy.
Yes. That's what I. I didn't mean to single one thing out. It's just you get these bad vibes from people. I don't need it. I figure. Okay, let me say this. This group of ladies, beautiful, intelligent ladies that love God, that are absolutely just got a lot of wonderful things about them that I've learned over time. I surround myself with people that not only remind me of myself in little ways, but that are very different, and they're very about their business and what they got going on in their lives.
Be about your father's business.
And so that's so you tend to connect with people that kind of that uplift you and encourage you and stuff like that, and the people that don't, I feel like I'm gonna.
You good?
All right then. Well, that was it. I just
Blair.
So.
She looking down at the club. That's how
you know. The people that have stink attitudes off top.
Just mad for no reason.
Yes.
And
like, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell like there's nothing really wrong. Like you just have a stink attitude. Like those are the type of people I don't vibe with.
Why are you mad?
You're right.
Like it's 8:00 in the morning. Like who made you upset today?
We gotta be here too.
You was upset yesterday at this time,
right.
and you're still upset.
Or
baby girl.
In the workplace, people that complain.
Yeah,
bruh. I'm sorry. That's
going with that mess, bro. Because we all got to get paid. So either you gonna do the work or you gonna quit.
And we.
That's true. I didn't quit though. So after a while, it's like, but you're not gonna quit though. I bet you won't quit. I bet you won't quit.
So go and do your work.
Did you even go? Have you sent any applications in?
I've been a mentor, but I don't. I'm trying to.
Yeah. So that's what that is.
So bad attitude. She just ain't.
Okay. How can I say this without being offensive?
People.
I don't know. Like, okay. I think it's just the whole personalities with me.
Mm.
Like, at my old job, this one person just seemed. Sorry, Christina. Just so
I know my role in the group
all the time. They're very, very happy. They're very energetic all the time, and it kind of like annoyed me. Like, what are you happy about?
So no. This is no, but I was thinking of a guy that, and we're brother and sister. Like we're tight now. Like, but sorry, they were talking about women.
Okay, go on.
I mean, that's kind of like it was kind of like a turn off for me. But once I got used to that person, then I just.
You just realize that's just how they are.
Yeah, but just
love.
I'm just like, because I'm like, you can't be happy all the time, right? Something gotta.
But no,
I just feel like
joy comes to work every day. Preach.
But okay, now I don't know if y'all remember me saying it, but it's sort of for that. And I'm talking about the guy that was at my job. He was that way, and it was almost like how he was being was how I kind of wanted to be. Like, I wanted to wake up with a smile and go into work and say good morning to everybody. I wanted to be in a great mood to the point where I didn't care who was talking to me and stuff. I'm not going to have attitude. We're going to have a conversation even if I don't want to. Like, he was that type of person. And that's what I wanted to sort of be. And since I wasn't, it was irritating to me. Mm-hmm. And it pushed me away from him at first until his personality kind of overwhelmed. And it just spread. And it spread sunshine and joy throughout the world. It did. And I'm attracted to people like that because that's part of who I want to be. You know, it can be a little off-putting sometimes, but ultimately, that's, you know, I think that's just something that you have to learn to get to know people. You have to give that a chance. You have to accept certain things that you sometimes don't think that you can or will accept at first, but people are different. Everybody's different. All women, all of us are different, and yet we've connected, on different levels. So,
so for all the sunshine and rainbows, unicorn people like myself here, let me say, so
appreciate.
Yeah, no, because sometimes. Not y'all, but I call people who are taken back by my light. I call it my light because you know what I want to tell about let your light shine. I take that very figurative. Let's shine, baby. So I'm offended if I come into the office and I say good morning to everybody, and you don't treat me right. Okay, like that's but I like at my old place of work they called me Sunshine because I was on the Sunshine Committee too and everything. Like it was a thing to do. But then I would come across the people I call Eeyore. Like just gloomy, cloudy, and you just be like, okay, Eeyore, here you go, walking slow.
So it's like the exact opposite.
Yeah, like
so their Eeyore-ness is like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, like it's too early.
Yeah,
like it's shining outside.
Like so, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah, those are all people who irritate me because I really be like, so you're gonna walk slow, you're gonna talk slow, you're gonna act slow. You just gonna have this rain cloud just coming around. Yeah, you messing up my mood. Like I came to work feeling great, and then you walk by, and I be like, "Dang, come on, Eeyore."
Not to cut you off.
No,
okay, I should have made a difference between when I meant happy. Okay, there's the happy people that want to see everybody succeed, want to see everybody feel good, that type of happy. The other happy person, meaning they kiss butt to the boss. They talk about you to other people, but they don't get in trouble because they're
booty lickers.
Yeah, and they're like smiling all the time, like in your face, like that's what like.
Okay, I don't like them either.
So talking
that's
about.
not me.
I would say for me, what would be a turn off would just be like the vibe of a person. I think you said that already, but like with me, I feel like I have a good like radar on people, but I'm usually always right because once I get a bad vibe on someone, I try my best to stay away from them, but sometimes they get in my space or whatever, take the seat right next to me, for example, and they start talking to me. And then we'll have a conversation because, like I said before, if you talk to me, I'll talk to you back. I'm a friendly person. So we'll start a conversation. It'll turn out nice, but then maybe like a week or two later in that same class, they'll show me a reason why I had the bad vibe about them in the first place. So it's like I will see their true colors in the future, and I'm always right about how I feel about them. Like if I feel like you're a bad person or your intentions aren't good, I'm almost 99.9% right about a person based off of the vibe I get from them.
That's a high percentage statistics.
But this is over time, I assume. Like, this is not just, like, after one encounter.
Like, you have reassurances.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
Like, okay, you're back. Like,
yeah. Like, they'll show me why I got the bad vibe in the first
But
place.
you give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yes. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, no matter if I had a bad vibe.
Try to see the good in people.
Yeah. So we is on 32 minutes. This has been a long conversation, ladies. A long conversation. So to end it all, I want to ask, what do you think women in general could work on to make themselves more accepting of other women and building friendships?
Being confident within themselves, because I feel like a lot of women are insecure, and I feel like they judge because they want to be like that other person. They want to have, like, I feel like some women are insecure about their body, mostly. Like, they don't love their body. So they see another woman, oh, she got a nice shape or something like that. Like, they kind of, like, want to be mean towards them just by their appearance. So I feel like if we're more confident within ourselves, if we love our body, then we can be more accepting to other women.
Preach.
That's good.
Okay, Quinetta.
Quinetta. Can we pay us No, no.
Jesus.
I said just being open to conversation sometimes is a good thing to think on. You know, sometimes you want, if you sense yourself kind of backing away from somebody or whatever, approach. You know, like kind of try to connect, no matter who's trying to come to you sometimes, because you never know who's needing to get to know you, and you never know who you're needing to get to know as well. I think sometimes we put up barriers without knowing it, and just being willing to connect and willing to converse and stuff.
Okay.
I'm more like Jessica, like being more I feel like a lot of, like we said earlier, a lot of women, they don't accept others because it's either something they want or something they're not used to seeing. So being, first of all, accepting of yourself would help to accept others. We live in America, so you would think we have a hodgepodge of people, but for some reason we all like to go to the homogeneous, what looks like us, what acts like us, what talks like us. And once we see someone that might look like us but act a different way or talk a different way, they're no longer part of what we want. So as women, I think being more accepting of ourselves and each other and just differences in general would help us be more inclusive to having more women friends and just being women in general.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Blair?
Yes. So, I think that it's difficult overall, because this is the same, like, how do we end racism? Well, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for women to be more inclusive, women would have to tear down their own prejudices about other women.
You preaching.
So,
Why do y'all each get deep and chatty?
so I don't know. I mean, I feel like it would start with, like, little girls. Parents teaching little girls, like, this is, you know, it's okay to be friends with this person. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's really where it's going to start, because at the age we're at now, like, people have they have their mindsets and they get stuck in that. So we'd have to tear those down.
You need to make that a topic, because think about it. Women and their female child, the dynamics between them. Because if you realize, like, you talking about that. Sneak peek, subscribe. Putting this little sneak peek, baby, we got you.
That concludes the video with the squad. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.